Hi, my name is Jackie Murphy, and I am an assistant clinical professor in the Division of Graduate Nursing in the College of Nursing and Health Professions. So my clinical background is pediatric nursing. So when I graduated nursing school, I worked at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. So all of my clinical experience has been in pediatrics. And in 2010, I graduated from the MSN in Nursing Education track here at Drexel, and I began teaching full-time. It was just such a great fit, and I love the education that I had received when I was a student here. So I was really excited to start working here. And then I actually did my doctorate here as well. So I graduated in 2020 with my EdD from the School of Education at Drexel. So I have been with Drexel and done a lot of my studies here. And what I love about the vantage point of student and professor is that when prospective students come to me or students in the program, I can really talk to them as I know exactly what you are going through or will go through because I was in your shoes. And so that's really how I approach my teaching. It's really partnering with the students, taking a holistic approach, caring about the whole student, really understanding that students learn differently and students really can display their knowledge differently, and really valuing all of that diversity amongst all of my students. And then when it comes to, my scholarship, my research, so for my doctoral dissertation, I focused on mindfulness, and I did mindfulness with online students. And it was really exciting because I think it pushed me out of my comfort zone. Nursing was my comfort zone, nursing education, and this really pushed me out of it. And I explored a whole different area that I never thought I would do. And so with my scholarship, it's been really exciting because I still do scholarship in the area of teaching and learning and best practices in the online environment. But I also have now navigated into this mindfulness, research, which is really exciting because I've been able to marry something that I am so passionate about, which is mindfulness and living presently, but then also with how that can be used to help my students with their academic journey and their personal journey. I was reflecting on this recently because I was thinking back. My mom had given me a whole box of all of these memories, right? And so I, was going through all of them, and I had found letters that I'd written back in, high school, and I had wanted to be so many different things, back in high school. It was really, some people are like, oh, I always knew I wanted to be a nurse, but I really had all these different ideas. I was going to be a teacher. I was going to be a biology teacher. I was going to be, a business executive. I was going to be a lawyer, doctor, and then nurse. And finally, I was like, I'm going to be a pediatric nurse practitioner. That was my goal. And I had found a letter I wrote to myself in high school, and that was what I was going to do. I started an NP program, but then changed my mind and decided education was the way I wanted to go. And I always tell my students too, don't ever, doubt, an opportunity or be open to new opportunities, because you honestly have no idea where it will take you. Because in nursing, there are so many different avenues you can go, which is, for me, one of the most exciting parts about it. Working with the students. I mean, that is obviously my number one. I love teaching. I'm always picking up extra courses because I just absolutely love it. It's, what I love doing. It never feels like work to me. It's always fun. I love the innovation that I have, or, the ability to innovate here at Drexel in this current role. We've created some really new innovative programs, such as our MSN, MS healthcare simulation. We've partnered with other schools for complementary integrative therapy. So we've partnered with the University of Arizona. So we've done some really cool things and really innovative things. And that has been really exciting because I guess the most helpful advice I've received was a mix between, so when I first started my first position in education, my first full-time position, my director told me, this first year, you just need to focus on teaching. There's so many things that you can do extra, right, as an educator. But this first year, just focus on teaching, focus on getting comfortable in the classroom, and then start adding in, as she called it, bells and whistles. And then here, my first supervisor, my first leader, she kind of told me the same thing. She said, nobody's going to manage your time but you. So you have to make sure that you know what's right for you, so you don't take on too much. And it seems like such simple advice, but I think a lot of people enter in academia and get burned out really quickly because there are so many things you can get into, right? So you have to teach, but then also you can be super innovative in the classroom. You can add in all the, gaming and simulation, and there are so many things you can add into it. And then you can do scholarship and service, and it gets overwhelming. And being able to just focus on, okay, let me get comfortable in the classroom was such good advice, because then after I took that, took that advice and really found my comfort level in the classroom, everything else just fell into place.